Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and I like video games, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some video games that you can play to pass time during this quarantine. Well, it goes without saying that right now the world is kind of in a terrible spot at the moment. And with things up in the air the way they are, and nobody knowing when things are going to get back to normal, it's kind of a terrible time for almost everything. The key words there being almost everything. Because there definitely is a beacon of light here. A shining ray of hope, if you will. And of course, I am speaking about video games. And I figure that since now more than ever, people are using video games as an escape, as a way to pass some time during this quarantine, it'd be a great idea to make a video about some games that you can play during your time in quarantine. And before I start this list, I want to take some time to acknowledge that I realize that there's a lot of people who aren't in a financial position right now with the way things are to just go and spend $60 on a new game. And because of that, I want to keep this video and this list down to games that are on sale right now. I'm going to keep this list to games below $30. I know as of the time I'm recording this, which is April 9th, there's an Xbox spring sale and there's a PlayStation spring sale, and that's where I'm going to be getting my list of games from. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to list 3 games that you can get on either platform, and then I'm going to list 1 game that's exclusive to each platform. So let's get started with this list. Number 1 on my list is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is an easy choice because it's an amazing RPG. It's filled with tons of things to do, and it's got a beautiful world to do all those things in. And it's very likely you'll never run out of places to explore in this game because this map is freaking huge. I mean, I got this game last April, and I played all summer pretty much. And I know for a fact I haven't even come close to beating the game yet. And I've probably only explored maybe, I'm guessing 60% of the map. But I digress, because as you all know, a huge map means nothing if it's not filled with stuff. And this is a problem that Assassin's Creed Odyssey does not have. From side quests all the way to main quests, to discovering and exploring new locations both on land and underwater. Or maybe you just want to sneak into camps and fortresses and take down bad guys. Regardless, it's all here in this game for you to find, explore, and do. And it's pretty much guaranteed to keep you busy for hours, weeks, hell, even months on end if you want. I mean, just look at this info right here. This game's got a lot of meat to it. You can get the deluxe edition of this game right now on Xbox One for $20. And the deluxe edition is basically just the main game. It comes with a few extra things. I forget what exactly, but it's basically just the main game. And then you can get the Ultimate Edition on PS4 for $29.99, which is the main game plus all the DLC and extra content and stuff like that. So be sure to try it out and tell me what you think. Up next on the list, we've got the BioShock Collection. Up until a few years ago, I would have never suggested this because I had never played it before. But I saw it on sale one lucky day in the PlayStation Store, and after all I've heard about it for all these years, I decided I had to get it. And I was not disappointed at all, guys, let me tell you. I mean, each game tells an amazing story from start to finish. It has unique characters throughout all 3 games. And I'll say this about BioShock Infinite, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I put it in my top 3 greatest games of all time that I've ever played personally. Now, I don't want to talk too much about this game because I know if I do, I'll just start spoiling stuff. All I want to say is that each game in this collection is amazing. BioShock 1's amazing, BioShock 2 is amazing, and BioShock Infinite, like I said, top 3 game all time for me. And you can currently pick this collection up for $11.99 on PlayStation 4 or $14.99 on Xbox One, and either one, it's well worth the price. Up next, we've got one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time, The Witcher 3. Now, I'm sure I don't gotta explain how popular The Witcher 3 is. You've heard about it, You've probably watched the series on Netflix, the Witcher series. I mean, it's insanely popular. And for good reason. It's a really great game. And much like the BioShock collection, I'm not going to speak too heavily on this because I don't want to give things away because I know I will. What I will say is that it has an incredible story with amazing characters. Some of the best characters in video games I've ever seen. And much like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's a massive world with a ton of things to do. Side quests, main quests, all that stuff. And I'll say this about the side quests. Some of the side quests in this game are incredible. Like they would be top tier main quests in other games. They're that good. And just like I said with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, this game will keep you busy for days, weeks, months, for however long you want, honestly. And you can pick it up on both Xbox One and PS4 during these spring sales for only $14.99. And that $14.99 not only gets you the main game, but all of the DLC. So this is an insanely good deal. Up next is Uncharted Lost Legacy for PlayStation 4. This is my pick for the PlayStation exclusive that you should play during this quarantine. And I already know what PlayStation fans are going to say. They're going to say, why not suggest God of War? Why not suggest Last of Us? Why not suggest Horizon Zero Dawn? I think all those games are on sale right now. And my answer is, we all already know that God of War is a top tier game. Horizon Zero Dawn's amazing. Last of Us is amazing. Uncharted 4 is amazing. So I wanted to focus on a game that a lot of people don't give the credit it deserves. And I believe that Uncharted Lost Legacy does not get the credit it deserves. It's an amazing game by itself. And it helps inject a breath of fresh air into the Uncharted series because it's following a new set of characters. Well, not entirely new characters. I mean, Nadine was in Uncharted 4, and Chloe's been in and out of the series since Uncharted 2, I think. But regardless, it's still refreshing to be able to play as a character that's not Nathan Drake. And don't get me wrong, I love Nathan Drake. He's one of my top video game characters of all time. But it's nice to be able to play as somebody new, is what I'm saying. And kudos to Naughty Dog for taking the leap and trying something different like that, because I think it really pays off in this game. All in all, I give this game a solid 9 out of 10. And at $14.99, it's definitely worth the buy. Now, this game is nowhere near as long as The Witcher 3 or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it's a pretty good way to pass an afternoon. I think it's about 7 to 9 hours long, I think. Either way, it's a fun time and you should definitely check it out. Up next is Forza Horizon 4 for the Xbox One. If you love racing games and you've got an Xbox One and you don't have Forza Horizon 4, then you're doing it all wrong. I'll put Forza Horizon 4 up there with some of the greatest racing games of all time, in my opinion. I mean, there's just so much to do in this game. From seasonal events to Forzathon to all the amazing races that they have in this game. It'd be very hard to run out of things to do on this game because they're constantly updating it and adding content to it. And if that's not enough for you, you can actually make your own content. And what I mean by that is you can create your own race routes. You can also create your own events to go along with these race routes, which is actually a really cool feature. And what's great is you got tons of cars at your disposal to do all these things in. I know at launch they said it was like 450 cars in the game, and that was at launch. Now with all the DLC, I can only imagine how many there are. And one thing that Forza Horizon is known for is its incredibly strong community. I mean, there's always players playing this game. There's always going to be lobbies for you to be in. There's always going to be races for you to partake in. There's a bunch of stuff in this game, and people are always playing it. And you can get this game right now for $29.99 in the Xbox Game Store. And if for whatever reason buying the game outright isn't your thing, you can always get this game in Xbox Game Pass, which is exactly what I do. I got it through Game Pass, and I've never felt the need to just buy it outright. But regardless of whatever method you choose to play the game, I think you should definitely give it a try. It's one of the best racers of all time in my opinion, and it's incredibly fun. But that's going to be it for me for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Have you tried any of these games before? If you have, what did you think about them? And if you haven't, and you're thinking about trying them now, let me know how it goes. Let me know what it's like. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you would be so kind. And I'll see you in the next one.